today. From Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. Indianapolis Colts taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis. We take a look at the Colts entering play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 11 carries, 110 yards, and the score.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout.
Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
7 yards there and a first down.
And the Jaguar first down.
Garoppolo looks to throw. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Jacksonville.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo over the middle to Smith. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Carry by Taylor to start the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. He was up at the 29 now. They'll head to the line. Second and a yard.
Gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 29-yard line.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. Here's second and 8. Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
First and 10 at the 47.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. They'll run on first down. Sheldon, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Brings up second and 4.
On the counter, it's Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he is going to have a Colts first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is and picking up a first down.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Number 86.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the Jaguars 7.
Here's Taylor. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Down at the 4-yard
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open.
So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught. Oh, a one-handed grab there. He's got it for the touchdown. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kick.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Connecting here with DJ Shark. The 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Shark hitting double digits with... Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Don't do us like that.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he is going to have a Colts first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. These two teams all tied after 1. This will be caught at about the 6. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
The 6-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Taylor, the ball
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 4. And this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Jacksonville.
Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection. pick six. They go right back to the air. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheme. Some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
41. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
They'll get that complete to Parkinson.
Given 9 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on. Third down.
A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down.
That's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
And this one taken in by Cephas.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there.
Well, we'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
They'll start on the ground with Mack. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He completes this one to Mack. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 3rd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And that will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning Into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Colts on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. On first down, Sheldon, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was... closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, it's Taylor, and a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
It's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
first down. He'll drop to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
A battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll look to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
That's caught at the 3. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. And goal. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
It's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of DJ Shark. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flush to his right. This one is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to be taken down. Josh Allen and the Jags take over in terrific terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Garoppolo's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. The open man is Smith. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Garoppolo again. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Garoppolo looks to throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
8-yard line.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The gain of 32 that time. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their team.
It's caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. On 1st down, Garoppolo. That's caught by Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Number 86.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Garoppolo on 1st down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. They will finally to be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts 22. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Regular season edition of our halftime report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll get this up past the 25.
2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle is Smith. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And yet again, it's Garoppolo for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. 7 yards there and a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run here with Mack. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marlon Mack, his 6th touchdown of the season. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
6-yard pickup.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
The 31-yard line.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd down and 4.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the man hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air.
And this one taken in by Cephas.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
Number 28, Jonathan Taylor.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They run the counter. It's Taylor down right around the 25.
Taylor is the ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Jaguars' 25-yard line.
Favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
It's incomplete, broken up, but there is. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all after.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Quintez Cephus. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Space to maneuver at the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Rashawn Gary has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Right side, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
And it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And this now 3rd and 11 after that second down completion actually went back a yard.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going for it all. That is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for and having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. Something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd down.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was...
Back to throw now on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. He's going to air one out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A huge play that time for the Colts. 52 yards. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
At the 31-yard line.
It is caught inside the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. People always talk about... A run by Mack to start the drive. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
On the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 25.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Preston Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Throw left side complete. It's Smith. And he'll be out of bounds right. Quick throw left side to start things out. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play really.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is going to have the Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get that to Colby Parkinson. And now it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
On play action, they'll throw. Pressure comes and
and down he goes. The big man P.J. Hall had the path to the QB there.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. Back to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Tied 4th quarter, you got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of the time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account the game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Garoppolo to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
2 yards on the play.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to try and go. Get his man complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
45-yard line.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He gets this complete to Cephas. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down. Crossing route. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. They'll run on 1st down. Taylor, they'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Colts, it will wind up a .500 season as the win means they'll finish right at 8-8. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll limp to the finish line with a final record of 5-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Know my name, I'll get through the pain. Stay sweet on my face.